With the hero of this story, we will delve into the world of virtual reality and RPG, where life is at stake. Enjoy the viewing. The hero woke up with strange sensations, taking a few minutes to realize that he was still in the game. To his right, there were crunching and munching sounds. Rio noticed Colin, sitting with her back to him, actively eating something. She noticed her new friend, swallowed loudly, and blushed. It seemed that when the girl was embarrassed, she looked cute. Colin quickly realized that she held the last tasty snack. She wasn't planning to share, quickly stuffing the cracker into her mouth and chewing vigorously. So vigorously that she choked, as the biscuit was dry. Rio understood why the girl was nervous. Food and water were invaluable in this world. He handed her a water bottle, stating that he didn't intend to claim her food supply because he had his own. Colin was surprised. Not long ago, Rio shared his weapons with her, and now he offered a whole water bottle. She couldn't decide if Rio was genuinely generous or just naive. The hero took out canned food from his backpack. An alert about his current status popped up. In his current state, he was indeed hungry. The note mentioned that in a hungry state, the character's stamina would decrease by 20%, and it would be consumed twice as fast. When stamina was depleted, it would reduce the health level. On the bright side, he survived the first day. The quest log was updated. There are still 6 days left to survive. This game impressed with its realism. Rio began to eat and asked Colin about the Vulture's gang. Colin provided valuable information. Initially, their leader was an ordinary bandit. When the war started, he was trapped in a police station and somehow acquired weapons, enough to gather a group of similar bandits and escape. The thugs established their headquarters on 6th Avenue. The Vulture was not only strong but also vengeful. He had a gruesome way of killing anyone who opposed him. Thus, he avenged all his enemies, and his gang became the most influential in the city. The hero looked at his companion thoughtfully, realizing that what happened to them would not go unnoticed. Ran was in trouble. Colin corrected him, stating that they were both now hunted by the Vultures. They were surely being targeted this night for elimination. She was curious about how many people Ran could defeat alone. Ran pondered. If a person lacked special training and was unarmed, he could handle 2 or 3. But these guys were undoubtedly armed. The hero suggested ambushing them. Colin hesitated. She still couldn't fully trust the guy. However, Ran was persistent. He didn't want to stay in this underground shelter until exhaustion. But being caught by the Vultures was an even less desirable outcome. Moreover, an excellent plan was forming in the hero's mind. Each Vulture was well equipped. He could gather valuable loot from them for sale or something useful for his progression. Colin admitted that she was good at evasion. If she taught him, Ran could use it to improve traps. The girl possessed an advanced level of evasion techniques and was ready to teach him. An information window with her offer appeared before the hero. Colin's offer surprised Ran. She planned to teach him to evade attacks. Encountering such an NPC early in the game was a stroke of luck for a newbie. The hero gladly agreed. Knife skills were useful, and Ran eagerly anticipated gaining a new skill in the game. An information window appeared before him, describing the evasion skill. Colin was surprised at how quickly her friend mastered the technique. To achieve mastery in evasion typically required 2 or 3 years. She asked if he practiced gymnastics. Ran smirked. He never did gymnastics, but thanks to his interest in martial arts, he was familiar with exercises and figures similar to Colin's techniques. Meanwhile, night fell, and the Vultures went hunting. Their captain, Hook, the most loyal follower of the main bandit, warned the men that their targets were armed, so they should be cautious while pursuing them. The bandits confirmed that they heard the leader's words and spread out. Many believed that the couple was hiding, trembling in fear. Each vulture was armed and wore body armor to avoid getting killed by a stray bullet in a shootout. Ran observed them from behind the rocks. He noticed that one bandit had strayed far from the group. The hero decided to act and pulled out his knife. Covering the man's mouth with his hand, he attacked from behind. The bandit didn't have time to understand what happened. An information window confirmed the successful attack, and the loot Ran could appropriate glowed green. Ran immediately put on the body armor. Even though all the vultures were armed, they wouldn't likely warn him before shooting. The information window showed that despite such protection, it was still advisable to avoid intentional confrontation with those who wanted to discharge their pistol. The weapon he received was fully loaded. Silently, Ran returned to his vantage point, watching the bandits. The next thug carelessly moved away from the rest. Ran seized the opportunity to incapacitate him. Afterward, Ran hid under a stone from which the new enemy had emerged. He realized that attacking him with a knife now would undoubtedly attract the attention of the other vultures. But Ran had a gun. He had never fired one, and the body armor only covered a part of his body. Ran decided that it sounded like a challenge and he had to learn to use the weapon. A bit further, he spotted another bandit with his back to Ran's cover. This target seemed more suitable for a knife attack. Ran approached quietly, and the man didn't have time to make a sound. An information window appeared before the hero. His evasion skill had upgraded to stealth. Ran carefully studied the information. He had improved the skill after 3 successful attacks. It seemed that for any skill improvement in this game, 3 successful attempts were sufficient. He felt that he had indeed become more agile and inconspicuous to those around him. Attacking under the cover of night would be the best strategy. Ran now resembled a genuine assassin. The game allowed him to experience something he would hardly have felt in real life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments to help the new video come out as soon as possible. Have a great day.